you doing over there?
What?
What are you doing over there?
What's going on?
Knock it off.
What's wrong?
There was all kinds of commotion over there out of nowhere.
It'll be all right.
For you.
Well, thank you. Namaste, salutations, welcomes, greetings. Thank you for being here. It is Thursday night. It is 9 o'clock, and that makes it Thursday Night Vibes with Master Rochi and Caitlin, the talent of questionable decisions.
Yes.
Which today has been a series of questionable decisions for Caitlin.
Isn't it always?
Well, most of the time. So, Caitlin, how are you tonight?
Well, significantly less good considering you took my duck.
Well, yes, I did.
She was balancing just fine up there. Not even affecting the sound quality.
Well, then, let the duck ride. So how's your week been so far? Since we greet everybody now and give them something positive on Mondays, and we see each other again on Thursdays, how lucky me. So what's going on?
I was here till Wednesday this week, buddy.
Yeah, I know. And now you're back.
Yeah, so it's like I wasn't even gone.
Yep, pretty much. Lucky me. Lucky me.
I wasn't even gone.
So, how was your walk today?
It's fine.
Now, this is for people that do not know or may not have remembered. Caitlin has this reoccurring theme that happens, every few months. That she goes out and runs errands and is going to stop by the gas station but doesn't. So then she decides that she's going to the gas station and runs out of gas. So, happened again today, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
What do you do with all the gas cans that you've been collecting? Or is this the first time you got charged for a gas can?
This is my first gas can purchase.
Ah.
Usually people come rescue me. But nobody was in my general vicinity today, so I had to rescue myself today.
You had to rescue yourself and cost you an extra $13 for a 1 gallon gas can.
$13.99.
Right. Wouldn't it just be
plus tax?
Wouldn't it just be easier to maybe now hold on. Is your vehicle equipped with a working fuel gauge?
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Does your vehicle also have a low fuel indicator beep and light?
The beep needs to be more intense.
Does it show you like when you get below like 50 miles and tells you how many miles you have left until empty?
The indicator light comes on.
Yes.
But it does not show me how many miles I have left till empty.
Okay.
And then the beep, it only, like, the only time it'll beep is when it first comes on. Like, it comes on and then I get out of my car and I go do something, and then I come back and I get in my car and I go to leave. It doesn't beep again.
But the low fuel light's lit.
Yes.
Right.
But also, in my defense.
Okay. Yes, by all means. Let's hear a defense for this.
I don't have peripheral vision.
Is your gauges outside of your peripheral vision?
Yes, because if I'm looking out the windshield, my peripheral vision, light.
But do you look down to check your speed?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, that explains many other things, too.
Yes, I don't.
So, generally, I think when you hear the beep, you should probably find a gas station.
I try, but it's sometimes you just got to run out of gas.
Yeah, just sometimes you have to run out of gas.
Yeah. Hello, Denise.
Namaste. Now, I'm only personally aware of 2 bad decisions you've made today. I'm sure there was more. But let's discuss dinner.
Yeah. I was cleaning out your fridge, buddy. You're welcome.
Yeah. You found some potato soup in there.
Well, that potato soup was really good. Okay?
Yeah, it's very good.
But it gave me tummy ache.
Uh-huh.
That's also why I'm kind of quiet.
Well, your mom should have probably gotten rid of that this week.
She told me she was going to tonight.
Right. And did she advise you against eating it?
Yeah.
She did?
Yeah, she did.
And you ate it?
I said it'd be fine.
You
I
ate it anyway.
said it would be fine. And it, in fact, was not fine. Because I have a tummy ache now. I think I'm going to be sick at any time, honestly. Like, I'm just waiting. Like, that's kind of... Like, I brought my Dr. Pepper in here, but I haven't taken any drinks of my Dr. Pepper because I'm really... honestly scared if I put anything else in my stomach it'll make me puke, because I think that the potato soup, I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
Okay, well, this is a questionable decision that could have been avoided by you listening to your mother.
I eat stuff
Oh, I know.
that's old all the
I
time
know.
because I eat food out of my fridge all the time, and like I'm only home like 5 days out of a 7-day week.
Well, aren't you also lactose intolerant?
Irrelevant. That's irrelevant because I don't.
Considering this potato soup has a cream base and a whole lot of cheese in it.
Hi, bearded buds.
Hey, Bearded Buds, thank you for joining us, my friend. Thank you.
Listen.
I appreciate it. Namaste.
Listen.
So maybe that's playing into this also, possibly. Do you think?
No.
No,
Okay.
Of course not. Makes too much sense.
I don't want to go into too much detail in front of the peoples. However,
well, it's never stopped you in the past.
well, I don't want to make him too sick. You knocked the duck down.
The duck is
Down. It's
down.
down. It
Thought I was
down.
going to say something else, didn't you?
No. Down with duck.
Did you? Yes. We have. Yes. You see, I can't see the comments. So they only make me aware of what they want to make me aware of.
Bearded Buds wants to know what tonight's topic is. Real fast, before that, before Master Rochi tells you the topic, I just wanted to put out there that my lactose intolerance is more of a problem going out than going up, if that makes sense.
Right.
Out.
Yeah, that's normally how
then
lactose
up.
intolerance works.
Out, then up.
So we'll see how it plays out.
I really think I might have given myself food poisoning this time.
You may have.
Usually I am not scared of getting food poisoning. However, this time I am a little frightened that I might have done it. If it tastes bad,
well,
stop eating it.
We'll put you on the porch and we'll check on you in the morning.
I'm gonna be up before all of y'all.
Oh, you probably
gotta
be
go
up.
to work.
You may be up all night.
I gotta go work.
Maybe up all night.
Even if I'm up all night, I
But
guess
Bearded
I
Buds,
gotta
our
work.
topics for tonight are: does cannabis make you a better communicator? And then I am going to go off on maybe a little bit of a rant on how politicians have gotten themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it's going to be funny and interesting to see how they deal with this and double talk their way out of it. And then, of course, we have, if she makes it the length of the show, Caitlin, World According to Caitlin, and we've kind of already talking about bad decisions. And then we've got music, Caitlin, by
David Scott.
David Scott. Yes, David Scott is going to be our featured musical guest. And by the way, he's also going to be our he's going to be on the show and talk about where he's going to be playing out. I know Austin, I think Nashville, Orlando. So he's going to be back on Thursday night next week as a guest, and we're going to talk to him more in depth. So that's kind of what we've got going on. Make sure you stop by MasterRoachesGarden.com, MasterRoachesGarden.com. Check out all of our fine wares for sale. We have our beard oil. We have our CBD tinctures, and I had one over here a little while ago.
Oh boy.
Oh, no, that's a beard oil. That's a beard oil.
Oh.
We've got beard oil all
You
over
get
the
a beard
place.
oil.
Yeah,
And
beard
you get a
beard
beard oil
everywhere.
And you
But stop
get a
by
beard oil.
MasterRoachesGarden.com. Check out some of our wares. We appreciate your support. Thank you very much. And please support everybody that's, all of our friends on YouTube and all. Hit that like and share button. Hit it for Bearded Buds. Hit it for the Happy Hippies. Hit it for Grow Fam. Everybody appreciates it. if you're having trouble, we are on YouTube also, and we have something very special. I think everybody's going to dig. Is we have a podcast now, and we are replaying our shows in podcast form. I started a podcast. I wasn't happy with it. Really didn't know where to go, and we were all talking last week, and it's like let's repurpose it. So our first Master Rochi's Monday episode with Alana Cohen was the first one. It was last week's episode. It was uploaded. We will get Michael Webster's episode uploaded, and then we'll start putting some Thursday Night Vibes up there too.
Is that better, Bearded?
So, yeah, check out our new podcast. We'll be getting out more information, but we just, first episode will upload at 11 o'clock tonight Eastern Time. Peace, love, and good vibes. What do you think, Caitlin?
I think it's awesome. However,
yes.
Bearded said that we were too quiet, so just to keep you updated, I wanted to...
All right, we're...
No. Oh. I changed it in here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you, I turned the stereo off again and put echo back on, and I also changed it to where I can turn it up.
All right. I was going to say we do have a mic gain
see if it's
button.
Any better.
Yes.
Whatever.
What?
StreamYard's being sassy.
Oh, all right.
Sassy StreamYard.
Well, you're talking awful low. I can barely hear you tonight, Caitlin.
Well, that was a little bit on purpose.
Yeah, you need to speak up
that last one was a little bit on purpose.
Yeah, but I'm sure Bearded Buds is having problems.
He said thank you. He said
why thank you, Bearded Buds, because I couldn't hear her either.
You're deaf. You can't hear me most of the time.
No,
anyway.
I've experienced hearing loss.
You're HOH.
Yes.
Ho.
No, you're a hoe.
You're ho.
You're the hoe of the hoes.
You are ho.
Now, when I'm talking about cannabis helping us communicate, what I'm wondering, when we start talking to people outside the industry that, and this can be about cannabis, these topics can be about politics, about religion, about some of the taboo subjects. But do you think that cannabis makes you more or less receptive to counterpoints of view, allowing you to communicate your point better? Do you think it allows you to communicate a little easier, to listen to the opposing views?
No.
No, you don't?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Now, what about alcohol? Would
No.
it be easier for you to sit down and discuss opposing points of view over, some alcohol?
Okay, so my problem isn't listening to the opposing points of view in general.
Yeah.
It is, so just overall, I have a focusing problem, in case you haven't noticed.
Yes, and that is something that I'm not qualified to deal with, frankly. But yes, we do understand.
Mom also wanted to point out that I didn't get my nap today either.
Why? Because you were busy getting gas?
Yeah, because I was busy walking.
Uh-huh.
I walked.
I just... It's hard for me to feel sympathetic towards you in this instant.
Hello, Doyle.
Hello, Doyle. Namaste, my friend. Because, frankly, this is of your own making. And you know our rule around here. No sympathy of situations of your own making.
Bearded, I don't know what my problem is, but
we have many theories on this, Bearded.
He said something weed would help. I know. I don't know. No. I don't know. Well, I have an inkling of what my problem is. It's just I'm very anti-psychiatrist.
And it doesn't help that many psychiatrists are anti-Caitlin.
Well,
You heard it here first.
true.
9 out of 10 psychiatrists are anti-Caitlin.
Yeah. I'll save what's going through my mind right now for the world according to Kate. But yeah, no. So
Yes. Share with us, please.
so
So,
alcohol and opposing viewpoints.
yes, gets people shot.
I am very open-minded in general. So when there are opposing viewpoints, I tend to hear each side of the standpoint.
Right.
That's in general across all boards. So like I'll listen to both viewpoints, but like I can tell you if I am drunk, I would probably be more likely to be like like if somebody said a viewpoint that was like absolutely off the wall without explaining themselves,
Right.
and
Yes, you would respond differently under alcohol.
I would be a little rowdy.
Well, I personally think that cannabis, cannabinoid products, and other uh, things out there, maybe some psilocybin, makes us more, I think, more empathetic to others and allows us to listen a little more before we speak up. Unlike alcohol, where it really is alcohol and opposing points of view, gets people shot. You don't see that with cannabis. You see more of a level-headed, deep discussion when you start getting in there. And it a lot of times in circles and discussions I've been in where cannabis has been involved, opposing views are welcome because everybody wants to learn, everybody wants to understand more. So I do think that cannabis can make you a bit better communicator.
I think yes, it could help with communication. Just for me personally, it kind of hindered. Well, and I feel like I'm not
period.
a very good candidate for this question. Yeah, because I have hindrances in the communication and listening department. There are some times where I am really good at listening to what people are saying. For example, like in the morning times when I get to work, like I can listen to report and like do another task at the same time.
So you're telling me if I want to really communicate and you can, focus on me, I need to call you first thing in the morning.
I'm not exactly sure if that would be the best idea.
I got it.
Because
I fully understand your request and I wish to comply.
Well, most days, first thing in the morning, I'm at work. And if I'm at work and
but
you
got
call
a time
me,
between you get up and you get to work.
Not really.
Perfect time.
You've got a very small time frame.
That's a perfect time for me to contact you is between the time you get up and the time you arrive to work.
That is about a 20-minute time frame, my friend.
Well, it's tight, but yeah.
We talked about this. I don't who did we talk about this with? About how I am
poor time management.
Very late to everything. And
poor time management. Yes. And this is another reason why you don't look and check your speed.
God, yeah. I know that when I'm driving to work in the morning, I'm going about 75. 70, 75, give or take.
And in a, what speed zone? That's what I thought.
60. Oh, I think it was Bearded Buds that we talked about being late with.
Maybe.
Like they were live and we were in their comments.
I don't know. I don't pay a lot of attention to the hatred that you spew in the comments section of other people's shows.
It's only
that hatred is usually directed towards me.
It's only certain people's shows.
Only certain people's shows that she spews hatred towards me on.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice to know that you just save it for certain places and just don't do that in general. That makes me feel better.
Any hoozle.
Anywho, yes, yes.
I do believe that
What do you
cannabis could
believe?
help people, certain people,
Certain people, not
be
you.
more effective with communication.
What do you think cannabis in general makes people more empathetic?
Maybe like the general population, like
Yeah,
very generally, yes.
just generally. I also believe that because, I think it does open them up. I think it opens up energy. I think it opens up your third eye a little bit. I believe it opens up your perceptions, and I think it makes you more empathetic.
Bearded said, I'm pretty angry with you during the lives. I try not to be on our live. I just try to be a little sice with you on our lives.
Oh, is
On
that what you're calling it now?
however, I'm not gonna lie. On
Yes.
Bearded Buds' lives, it's full on war. It's war.
Yes, but I'm not even fighting. You just spew your original brand of hatred. I'm
It's a
trying.
good brand.
Bearded. I'm working with her.
It's a
I'm trying.
good brand.
I have
Though.
a sign right up there
It's a good
that says
brand.
positive vibes only. I'm her life coach.
I don't have my glasses
I
on.
can only do so much with what I have to work with. So I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
I think I need to be retested, honestly.
For
For
what exactly?
for psychiatric disorders. I think they got it all wrong the first time.
Really?
But the first and only time. After that first time, I kind of just gave up. I was like, the system's whacked.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh well.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's actually quite relevant to what I'm going over in my psychology class right now.
Okay.
We're talking about like all the types of disorders, like mood disorders and personality disorders.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a whole laundry list out there, and it seems to be growing year by year. We're getting more and more psychological disorders and other things. I honestly believe it's from the stuff that we're consuming now that's bringing on all of these disorders. The farther and farther we get away from natural foods, healthy beverages, the more of these disorders are showing up.
You know what?
What?
Kind of not. Like I agree with you in some aspects, but also in other aspects I don't necessarily agree with you. And like this is from like I just read this chapter on all these disorders and such, and honestly after reading it, a lot of the psychiatric problems that were in the chapter are ones that have been around like forever. They're just better categorizing them.
The problems have been around forever, but I think there are more people being diagnosed. More people are becoming susceptible to these problems. And I think it's everything that we consume, from food to media to light pollution to noise pollution. I think a lot of this is having a lot to do with just the general psychology of Americans.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm trying to expand with you here.
Okay, expand me, expand my mind.
So you're not. It's not everybody. A lot of it is the environment in which individuals are brought up in, like in
nature versus nurture.
No, kind of.
Oh.
But
age-old discussion.
A lot of the psychological disorders actually stem from how people are raised.
Right.
So like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you, but there are like a plethora of factors that play into these disorders.
We would call them mitigating factors.
Yeah.
And you also have other factors. So limiting factors that will help balance that out, such as good nutrition, exercise, meditation. Those are things that help get, kind of clean the garbage out of your life.
Doyle has a 3D printer now.
Doyle, you got a 3D printer?
He wants
Cool toy.
he wants to know what he can make for you.
Oh, buddy, we'll have to talk. Well, I got all kinds of crazy stuff.
Listen, Doyle, I don't know if you have green filament, but I think your first print for Master Rochi should be a little bud. Why not?
Right? Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
It'd be, or like a leaf, like something simple for you at first, so Doyle can test his skills.
Oh, love it, Doyle. Thank you. Namaste,
That's my thought.
Friend.
That is my thought.
Namaste.
Like either a little bud or a leaf.
We never heard about your sister-in-law. I think it was you were talking about. So I hope she's doing well. I hope she's doing better, my friend. So
hang on.
Yes.
And we will continue to expand on communication and psychomelodology. Oh, that potato soup, buddy. Never again. Never again. So, Beard, real fast.
Yes.
Bearded, we got the one with...
Why don't you read the question, because this is going to be on a podcast.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So Bearded Buds asked, did you guys get your package?
Yes, we did, brother. As a matter of fact, I was going to show everybody here what I was sent a little bit later. But yes, we did. We got our Bearded Buds sticker. Yes, our slap, and a Bearded Buds keychain and crawfish keychain. I am digging it, my friend. Thank you very, very much. And let's see, I think I took our other thing here, and yes, and we have something that Mama might try to take care of this summer.
Yes.
Maybe it'll be her first attempt. And you know what? I am gonna step back. I'm gonna let her do it. And just
see what happens.
Just let it be her thing.
Right.
So I you know what? I think she's gonna do great.
I don't doubt it.
I don't either.
Doyle said that she found a doctor.
Good, Doyle. I'm glad to hear that, my friend.
But yeah, so there are genetic things that can cause psychological disorders. Environment, like I said, plays a big role, not just necessarily like social environment, but just where you are as well. Like I remember reading in America alone, depressive mood disorders are the most common disorders in America.
And that's funny because, in America, we really shouldn't have a lot of depression because, we are by far the richest country in the world. We have an amazing standard of living compared to, if anybody else has traveled out of the United States, we have an amazing standard of living.
Right. Well, and geneticists are trying to figure out whether just humans in general are predispositioned to depressive mood disorders or if it's, like I said, like an environmental thing.
Right.
So they still don't know. Based off of what I read, geneticists don't have a lot figured out in regards to psychology. They don't have a lot of stuff identified. There are some things that have been identified, but not a lot.
Well, interesting. But yeah, I truly think that there is a lot of benefit of cannabis in communication and feeling, helping with empathy within ourselves. I think it is a good thing and helps to communicate. Oh, you know what? Why don't we get some music up by David? He is going to be here next week on the show. But don't forget to stop by Master Rochi's Garden and check out our fine wares. Check us out on YouTube. Give us a like and share. We would appreciate that. But David's great, and I'm going to let you know some other stuff that's coming up when we return.
It's gonna be a second.
Oh, it's going to be a second. On Master Rochi's Monday coming up, we are going to have Pierre Davis of Euphoria Eats. Pierre is a great guy, and if you dig barbecue sauce and hot sauce and just food in general, you got to check us out on Monday. His company is just amazing. He's been written up a couple of places that he's going to tell you about, but check us out. And we're going to have a video by Mike Houlihan Mike Cuball Houlihan formerly of Sublime playing, and Mike may be coming on as a guest down the road. We do have Clayton Anderson. He was a Emmy considered country music artist this year. And Clayton Anderson out of Indiana, great country music artist. He's going to be on March 13th to talk about legalization and hemp. He is a huge supporter. And then we're also going to have Vaporizer Steve, the inventor of the Onsen Labs vaporizer. He will be on. So we've got all kinds of guests coming up on both this show and on Monday with Master Rochi Mondays.
Yes.
So yeah. So keep an eye out for the updates and announcements. We've got some other cool stuff to announce too, and of course our podcast, Peace, Love, and Good Vibes on Apple, Amazon, iTunes. We're everywhere with that podcast. So definitely give that a check that out and give us a like and a share or on our podcast. That's next to getting something from our small businesses and the folks we're associated with. Helping us out on social media is the next best thing to buying, purchasing from us. We'd like to have both, but either one will do. Well, Caitlin, I've been filling time. How are you doing over there?
I'm stressed.
Are you coming up with anything?
The cortisol is flowing, buddy.
Oh, all right. Well, I will sit back and watch you twist.
Well, I'm just kind of having some issues.
You're having some issues?
Yeah, but I think I'm getting it. I think.
Oh, well, we may or may not have music. We're seeing here. We're seeing. Got it.
Was that coming out of here?
Pardon me?
Was that coming out of the computer?
What?
The sound. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I needed to know that. That was vital information.
All right, vital information.
Vital.
Information.
Why? Why are you doing that? Could you calm down for a second, computer? Whoa, buddy. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I have a song.
You have a song in your heart. You have a song in your heart?
It's called Down.
Down.
By David Scott with James Strong.
David Scott and James Strong. We'll be right back to talk about politicians being caught between a rock and a hard place.
Hello. Hi, how you doing?
It's Jessica in the studio. Flip that black switch and say
Hello. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, it's what's for sale on my website, which right now is just davescottsongwriter.com, and it's be coming out on all platforms on the 7th. It's called Carly, and it's getting some good reviews. I think it's gonna be great. Probably since a little after June. So yeah. Now it's my second solo album. I've got some stuff. I got another show in Orlando, and I've got some stuff like in Austin, Dallas, Houston type stuff. Yeah, the first one's called Music for Rednecks and Prom Queens, and it came out December the 2021. It came out. Thanks. It's Carly. Yeah, this one's called Down. One, two, 1, 2, 3, go. I'm not blind, got me thinking black and white. I'm not blind, sees me. What's it mean that I can't see? Tell them all it's me. Up and down, inside out, I'm full of doubt. Not down, you're the one that puts me down. I'm down, I'm down. I'm crawling on the ground. You keep me when I'm down. I'm down, I'm down. Something's just not right. Hit me between the eyes. Between the eyes. Up and down. Inside out. I'm full of doubt. I'm down. You're the one that puts me down. I'm down, I'm down. And I'm crawling on the ground. You keep me when I'm down. I'm down, I'm down. I'm down. You're the one that puts me down. I'm down, I'm down. I'm crawling on the ground. You keep me when I'm down. I'm down, I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Thanks. Thank you, thank you. January 7th it comes out, yeah. It'll be under all platforms. It's just Dave, my name on right now. We're going through a name change. When I was in San Diego, signed there, I was Dave Scott, and they decided it's best to go back to that. So, and all my social media is changing at this time. So, yeah, my.
It's back.
All right. Well, thank you, David. Can't wait to talk to you next week, brother, man. Actually, David was the very first guest on Thursday Night Vibes way back when. So it's going to be great. Love introducing him to new audiences. So check him out. We'll probably play some of his music also on Monday, Master Rochi Mondays. What do you think, Kate?
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Well, our politicians have kind of got themselves in between a rock and a hard place. Oh,
Real fast,
yes.
before we dive into the politicians.
Certainly.
Doyle wanted you to know
Just oil.
He said, okay, I have therapy tomorrow afternoon. We'll stop by after, maybe around 4. Just found some files to try printing for the master.
Sounds good, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, now, those filthy politicians.
Oh, those filthy, lying politicians. Because again, I'm not conservative. I'm not liberal. I am me. I consider myself I guess, a libertarian. Uh, but, you know, they've managed to get themselves really stuck with the issue of cannabis and, other natural products. And you should check out Decriminalized Nature. No plant should be illegal. So, but you see, these big corporations like pharmacies, uh, alcohol and tobacco companies, timber companies, uh, prison guard unions. There's a lot of campaign donation money out there. Big money.
Prison guard unions.
Big money. So all these politicians grab up all this money and say, yes, we will take your money and we will consider your voice in our vote. Right? That's the American system. Now, we poor bastards who elect these clowns, you know, listen to the stuff that they puke out while they're on the campaign trail, and then they return to wherever we send them, and nothing of what they say is true. Now, we're starting to get a majority of Americans, a big majority, 80% by some studies across the country, that want to see cannabis rescheduled and decriminalized and just get the federal government off our ass. So now these politicians are feeling the strain because they desperately want to get reelected. After all, this is their career. This is their job. This is what they plan on doing for 30 or 40 years, 50 years. And we're responsible for putting them there. So they want to make sure they're making money. So do they take this campaign money against all these anti-cannabis factions and vote against their campaign people and with their constituents, with the people that put them there? Or do they give a big middle finger to their constituents and vote against cannabis? So this is something that, this is something that I'm kind of happy to see. I like to watch them squirm. Make them answer a question directly. Do they support cannabis legalization or not? And we need this done on a federal level. It's great that states are, legalizing stuff, but we need interstate commerce. We need open to banking. We need, a lot more things to happen. I mean, the banking is happening, but it's not enough. And we've got to stop doing this and get the federal government out of this altogether. That's my rant.
Mom said hit Junior.
What if I don't want to? What? I don't want to hit Junior.
Where is he? Even.
I don't want to hit Junior.
What? Hit Junior.
I'm not going to hit Junior.
Is that some kind of code?
I have no idea what she's talking about. That's the troll in the corner.
Oh.
I don't know.
High R.
I don't know. I'll hit this.
What's going on with her in there?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Most of her texts are a little cryptic because she doesn't see very well.
Oh, this makes sense now. She said hi to JR Upchurch.
Hi, JR. Well, that makes namaste, my friend.
Oh,
my nephew. Yes, hi, JR. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in, my friend.
Mom's having some typing problems.
Well, yeah, usually I have to. Like I said, her normal texts to me look encrypted. So you kind of have to guess and fill in and all. So I'm used to it. But yeah, I'm happy to see the politicians where they're at, where they're struggling.
Bearded Bud said, I'm tired of this plant being the only reason I can't call myself a law abiding citizen.
Amen. And there is absolutely no reason, no reason. And a joint here in Indiana will cost you $1,000 and 180 days in jail. That's one joint. That's one seed. That is a stem. That is the possession law right now in Indiana. You get caught with any amount for the and it's $1,000 in 180 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got to change stuff here in Indiana. There was a 2-ounce decriminalization that was brought up, and it's the first cannabis bill in the state history that actually got a hearing, and it was to decriminalize 2 ounces or less. Didn't get a vote, but at least it got a hearing. So we are seeing a little bit of movement.
So Bearded expanded on his first comment, and he said, it saddens me to know that I'm considered a criminal because I don't want to have migraines and I don't want to take pharmaceutical narcotics for pain and stress. But here, they don't want to see it that way at all.
Yes, and you know what? I don't think constitutionally they can keep us from our medicine. And that's what they're doing. They are denying us access to medicine. Whether, they are allowing the FDA to call it a medicine. I really don't care what the government considers and doesn't consider medicine. Many plants are medicine, and no one plant should be outlawed and denied, and us denied the medicinal properties of that plant. Somebody was actually thinking about putting together a class action lawsuit about the denial to medication to address that. At least that was an idea that was being shot around.
JR said that's the only reason that's holding me back from moving. And then Redbeard 420 HQ said, Hey,
Redbeard,
hey,
420.
Hey.
Do you appreciate it?
That's how they said it.
Yeah, JR. I mean, it's going to have to be a grassroots effort. I mean, normal, and there's a few different chapters. Our biggest problem in Indiana is we don't really have one uniting force group, individual behind the push for legalization.
Big individual.
Right, and that's what really Indiana is missing, is some face to really get out there and push the issue.
Well, and I feel like part of the problem is we don't. It's like, and what I mean by big, I'm expanding on big. Is it's not somebody well known, popularized, local celebrity type.
No, we need, Woody Harrelson is from Indiana. He is a cannabis supporter. It would be nice that if we had somebody like that was from the state. John Mellencamp, just to mention a couple people that could come out and, help, put out a PSA to help rouse up grassroots support within Indiana.
Redbeard 420 HQ said, RSO, Rick Simpson oil.
Saved
my life.
Thank you.
Saved my life from opiates and anxiety medication. I've been trying to help break the stigma. Blazing for 32 years.
Right on, my friend. Right on. And that's it. As we say, having a joint after work should be as common as having a glass of wine. It should be accepted recreationally by people, and it should also continue to be studied medicinally. In the 1930s, when this was originally made illegal, the AMA opposed it because they were just beginning to understand cannabinoids. And after that, research was pretty much shut down until 1960s. So, we lost, 100 years, almost 80 years of research and stuff, more than that. But yeah, I agree.
Bearded Bud said, "Let's face it, I'm a ginger, and well, we tend to be known as hot-headed. So, really, I smoke for the better safety of those around me."
Yes, Bearded, she is an idiot. I used to be a ginger. I'm more gray now, but yeah, at one time I was a ginger also.
Redbeard 420 wanted to add too much.
I bet he's a ginger.
Who? Redbeard 420?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Could be.
Lucas has black hair, but a ginger beard.
All right.
So, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
But he wanted to add too much competition between groups.
That's it. That's it. And again, it's got to be a united grassroots voice that's going to bring change to Indiana. And I'm fairly certain of that. Again, too many competing voices, too many competing groups, too many competing get-togethers and gatherings. Everybody needs to come under one umbrella and be supportive of each other, bring their own followers in.
So, two things.
Yes.
From Redbeard
Two
420
things.
HQ. He said, exactly. There's tons of studies
two.
being done, but they keep it all quiet, when the results would literally put many pharmaceuticals out of business.
Oh, this is true. The government has funded numerous studies, but over 90% of them was to find harm, not benefit from the plant. Because every time a study comes out showing benefits and not harm, it hurts their narrative. So yes, they don't want to for the public to know the results of a lot of these studies, and that's one of the reasons that we try to bring you information and some, updates from different studies as I find them relevant to some of the stuff that we're talking about.
And then he also said, brown hair. Red beard and stash.
Oh, all right, right on.
And
Well, it makes you sound like a pirate anyway, and I dig that. Even though we're in Indiana, I dig the coast.
He's in the Metro East St. Louis area.
All right. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be we're all gonna be down for the Dank Artisan KC Cannafest. So hope to be seeing everybody down there. It's going to be a good time, I do believe.
He said Illinois side.
He said what?
Illinois side.
Fitzgerald what?
Illinois side.
Yeah, I'm really not comprehending.
Illinois side.
Illinois side?
Illinois side.
Of what?
Of Metro East St. Louis area.
Oh, Metro East St. Louis. Okay, I was going to say Illinois side of Kansas City, of St. Louis. Yeah, that's not terribly far. We hope to get out and get about a little bit this year. We want to get to Detroit. We'd love to get down to St. Louis. We'd like to get out to Oklahoma also, and definitely back up to Chicago. We're going to be in Kansas City. So hopefully we can work out some of these destinations this summer.
He said Illinois side of Mississippi River.
Illinois side. I dig that. I dig that.
Bearded Bud said KC Cannafest with Artisan of Dank. I can't wait to be there.
Me too. Bringing the vaporizer with me. And if I understand, we have a hotel. We're staying at a hotel like right in the middle of the entertainment district, right where everything's going on. So we should just be able to walk to everything from our hotel.
Bearded Bud said, I'm pretty sure my wife got us an Airbnb for the event.
Could be.
I'm stoked to meet the three of you as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll hang out. We're staying at the Home to Suites. There.
The Hilton.
Yeah, the Homestead Suites.
And Home to
in the-
Suites is Hilton now.
Yeah, it's a Hilton.
Hilton has transformed itself into Home to Suites.
But yeah, we're staying staying right there in the district, so we can go out and don't have to Uber anywhere. Hopefully,
Redbeard 420 HQ said, "I need to try that beard oil."
well, of course you do. Where have you been, my friend? Where have you been? Hey, we've got a wonderful new thing on the website. It's a wheel, and you spin it to get a percentage off, get free shipping. I got to talk to Isaac about taking the free shipping off.
Oh.
Because generally we do free shipping over $50 anyhow.
Right.
So, well, we'll leave the free shipping on there. But yeah.
So let's see. Hang on.
But check out our website. We've been doing some improvements on it.
Mama said, "I think it'll be a good time." Bearded, are you going to the Missouri Cannabis this weekend? And then Bearded Bud said, "No, we're not gonna make it to that, Mama Rochi. I didn't have enough heads up for that one. LOL."
Right.
And then as a follow-up question, Redbeard asked, "MO Cannafest 3 is this weekend? Anybody gonna be there?"
Nope.
We're not.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope. We'll be at the Artisans of Dank Cannafest there in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to seeing everybody there.
We were not prepared.
Well, we're just kind of getting geared back up and ready to roll for the summer. And
then Bearded Bud said,
yes, what did Bearded Bud say?
"That beard oil is the absolute best."
Brother, thank you so very much for spreading the word. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So we're working hard. We're still a very small company. Tell your friends, encourage them to get a bottle of beard oil or check out some of our oils. And if anybody out there has retail opportunities or works in a dispensary, hit me up. I would love to talk to you because we do have some retail deals going on also.
Bearded wants to know, are you going to visit or will you have a booth there at the KC Cannafest?
Right now, we are just going to be visiting and networking. We're not setting up this year. We're just going. Actually, this is kind of a work pleasure for us. It's going to give Mama and I a chance to get away a little bit, even though we're bringing DD with us. It's a little vacation, and we just want to go and kind of have fun and network. There is an offhand chance that I might be a backup speaker if that comes through. So that's a possibility, but I haven't heard anything back on that. But that may be happening.
Redbeard said networking is just as important.
It is, and I just enjoy meeting people and hanging out and talking. And sometimes when you're manning the booth, that's difficult to do. I mean, there's time afterwards, but this way I can just kind of float around and just enjoy life.
Oh, you love having me around. Why you gotta lie to these people?
Yes, as long as I love having you around.
I am a joy. I am an absolute joy.
She's just plain nutter, I tell you.
I'm a joy. No,
she
I'm a joy.
she is Princess Cuckoo.
Princess Cuckoo.
Princess Cuckoo, and that's why she is only allowed out on a couple days a week.
I do what I want.
Yes.
I ran out of gas
within
today.
limits.
And then I
you see, exactly,
chose to walk to the not to the dollar store.
When we allow you to run your own life, this is what happens. You run out of gas. You eat bad food. You make other bad decisions.
Listen.
So, you need somebody to be looking over you. I thought we did much better. Honestly, I did. I thought she was pretty well prepared to move on out, move on. And obviously, I was wrong.
I feel like all in all, my
Yes.
decisions aren't necessarily that bad, because the only person my decisions ever really harm is my psyche.
That is kind of bad
Like-
decisions.
But they don't affect other people.
Well, they don't have to affect other people to be bad decisions.
Well, no. However, they're just self-destructive bad decisions.
Yes. And yes, hence the name bad decisions.
Yeah, but I feel like
Self-destructive decisions are not considered good decisions.
I didn't say they were good decisions. I just said they were not as bad decisions. I feel like I should get some points.
Compared to worst case scenario,
I
then
feel
no.
like I should get some points for my bad decisions not harming other people necessarily.
No points awarded for this.
I'm sure
on any level.
I'm sure
On any
listen.
on
I am sure
any
that all the bystanders
level.
I'm sure that all the bystanders that saw me walking across the road and or attempting to put gas in my car this afternoon, because that new gas can that I got, it's a doozy, but I'm sure they all got a kick out of it, because I was struggling with that gas can there for a minute. I don't know why, like just like a simple like tube nozzle is too much to ask. Like the nozzle on this new gas can, like it has like a little red thing that's got to be pushed in order for the gas to come out, and I feel like that's just too much.
Right? I am disappointed in your mother and you.
What?
Because really, I'm disappointed in you not waiting until your mother was with you to do this.
Oh my gosh.
And
listen,
I'm disappointed because your mother should have videoed you if she was with you doing this, and we would have had something great to play tonight.
I did not mean
just a disappointment all the way around.
I will tell you what I've already told everybody else that has scolded me for running out of gas once again.
I'm not scolding you.
I did not. It's not like I ran out of gas on purpose.
Disappointed
I
is more
didn't do
like
it on purpose.
I'm more disappointed.
You know what though?
What?
Vapes were just more important because like Mom said.
Yes,
like,
vapes are more important than gas.
Oh
yeah.
That's okay. So like, yeah, I feel like you told a little bit of the story about how I ran out of gas, but like, my gas light came on when I was on my way home last night from work, and
from work last night.
Yesterday. Okay, but I was not stopping to get gas yesterday.
Okay, not stopping
yesterday. Because I worked too long yesterday.
Okay, I can understand that you're tired and you want to get home. All right.
I worked, well, not only was I tired, but I also had to go home and work on homework first thing when I got home.
Okay.
Because, like, I always be working on that schoolwork. And so, like, I had to get my homework done for the night. And then after I got my homework done, I had to fix myself something to eat because I am not the best at feeding myself either. So, like, I hadn't eaten all day at work. And then I get home, get my schoolwork knocked out of the way, and then I fix supper and I go to bed. And I try not to worry about things when I go to bed because then I'll stay up thinking too much. So, then...
Ambrosia Nights would help that.
Then... no, because listen, it gives me a little bit of anxiety when I take anything that helps with sleep because it makes me think I'm gonna oversleep in the morning, which I oversleep a lot anyway. But so yes, I don't know why I'm scared of like taking stuff that'll help me sleep. But
because you oversleep
that's irrelevant.
Anyway.
That's irrelevant because yeah. But then I drove to work with my gas light on, and I glanced at it once this morning, and I was like, oh, I need to get gas after I leave work. And you see, there was an unexpected variable in this scenario, and the scenario was that my vapes ran out while I was at work, which like I cannot do without vapes at work.
Okay.
Like that's a problem.
Okay.
Them elderly people, they be stressing me out all day long.
Okay.
All day long. And then on top of it, guess what?
What?
The state board of health. The
What?
state board of health showed up today. Do you remember how stressful it would be when the state board of health showed up at your job?
Yes.
It is like the most stressful thing in the entire world.
Yes.
So that happened. So like I had to go get vapes. Like it wasn't a choice. Like I had to go get vapes in
Okay.
order to deal with the stress of that situation.
All right.
So I go to get the vapes. I come back to work. I'm sitting in my car for a second before I go back into work,
Mhm,
calming myself,
mhm.
meditating a little bit. And I
Yes.
look up because I go to shut off my car and my gas light's on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my gas light. Because I forgot that my gas light was on when I went to go get vapes. And then when I came back to work, and I was like, okay.
I just have one. I just have one follow-up question. One follow-up question. Do you realize that your gas cap will release without the gas light being on? Which means you could put gas in, and this may come as a revelation to you.
Listen.
You can put gas in at any time before that light comes on.
And I try to, okay? I try to. It's just, like
It's
I
just
said.
as easy to keep your tank on full as it is on empty.
I try to. It's just, I don't know if you drew any, common denominators from my little whole story that I just told. But it's ridiculous. It is honestly ridiculous with how smart I am, how forgetful I am.
Do I need to call you or text you daily?
No.
Do you need gas?
No, but
I don't. I mean,
No,
I am your
no,
life
because
coach,
then
and
I'll
if this
feel
will
like
help you
no, 'cause-
navigate your daily routine.
No, because then I will feel like I'm being harassed. What I'm getting at is I am
Every other day.
an
then.
unreasonable amount of forgetful. Which circles back to what I was talking about earlier.
Yes. Yes.
My psychological problems. I feel like when I went to the psychiatrist, the first time I went to a psychiatrist, well, yeah.
Now, how many things have you thought you had that you Googled and turned out that you did not have?
I really only think I have like
No, how many?
Like what? Like
Just
psychological disorders?
No,
Because those are like out the window.
Just ailments and disorders and different stuff that you send to your mom.
I tend to not send stuff to mom that often.
Well, God.
Like that. Like, I'm not like a super hypochondriac when it comes to stuff. It's just psychologically.
Just a little bit of a hypochondriac when it comes to this.
I speculate.
Yeah, but
Listen.
you don't usually stick to one area. Yes, you speculate, and you'll spend a little time, and then you'll move on to a different speculation on a different thing.
No.
Yes.
No, because okay. So you remember when I was getting ready to go off my birth control medicine, and I thought it was my birth control medicine that were causing all my problems that I was having in life.
Yes.
I was right. My doctor confirmed that I was right. My birth control medicine had thrown my body all out of whack and caused all the rest of the problems that I was having.
Okay.
So I was right. That's the most recent time that I can think of where something was wrong with me, and I Googled what could have been wrong with me, and I was right. But
yes.
I just want to put out there, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I think I either have ADHD or autism spectrum disorder, but like a high functioning autism spectrum disorder, like on the high functioning end, just because of how differently my mind works from the mind of somebody that is considered neurotypical.
Yes.
But I don't want to go see a psychiatrist.
No, hold on. Basically, you're asking me if I think you are normal.
No, I don't. No.
You want my opinion?
No.
If you
that is not what I said.
If you think that you have one of these disorders,
that is not what I said.
Or if you think that I see these disorders in you.
No, that is not. Well, okay. So what I asked,
from my perspective,
is
from my perspective,
to evaluate
You.
the things that I do. Not necessarily me. Not necessarily me. Because that's not psychology. Psychology is behavior, why we do the things we do, and all that jazz. Okay? I can't remember the exact
I really
definition
don't
of
want to know
psychology
why
right
you
now.
do the things you do.
But I am
Sometimes
saying,
the things you do make me
what I
feel
am
very
saying
uncomfortable.
is if you were to think about some of the stupid stuff that I do, like mannerisms, things such as that, do you not think that a lot of my mannerisms and stuff like that are comparable with traits and or characteristics of somebody who is either on the autism spectrum or has ADHD?
Haven't really noticed.
Oh my gosh. And you know why?
Why?
You know what I talk about with mom all the time when I talk about you? Like when me and her are talking trash about you?
No. I usually ignore the two of you.
A lot of the time, I tell mom that I think you have autism because I do. Some of the stuff you do like really aligns with a person on the high functioning autism spectrum disorder.
Very possible.
And that's why
I had all kinds of diagnoses when I was quite young that I don't know what they were.
vibe. Right on.
I just know I saw a lot of doctors when I was like 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Oh.
That's why I was on all kinds of medication at that time.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
See, mom and dad never did that with me. They just kind of let me do my own thing.
Right.
Back in the day, they let me do my own thing, and then once you witnessed me through the teenage years, and through the prepubescent into teenage years,
Oh, yeah.
like it's been downhill. Just
I've gotten many chuckles, but no, it's very possible because I've always been a little. Not you may have not have noticed.
Mom
but
said, I don't know what mom said this to, but she said not true.
No, I've always been and I know this will come as a shock, but I've always been a little different.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known this, but yeah, I mean, it's very possible. It wouldn't. Let me put it this way: it wouldn't surprise me.
I will put this out there because mom said not true, and I think I know what she's saying not true in relation to. So mom did think for a period of time when I was in grade school that I have ADHD.
I thought it was from the trash bags that you used to play with, and you know some hypoxic issues.
Well, you see, the thing is when no,
that has nothing to do with it.
We're not talking about that.
Okay.
That was just me being in a silly, goofy mood.
Oh, right. That we had to cut you out with scissors, and you were turning blue.
I wasn't turning blue.
Yeah, you were.
No, I was perfectly fine.
You look like a blueberry.
Oh my gosh. I will put this out
with
there.
Hair.
Mom did speculate when I was
in grade school. You look like a blueberry
school
emoji with hair.
that I had ADHD because like when I wasn't being stimulated, I was looking for something to do.
Well, a lot of that came with the school that you were in. You were working beyond grade level, and the majority of your class was working below grade level. So, you were hungry, and if they couldn't keep you stimulated, but you were unfortunately in a class that you were well ahead of, and the teacher was ill prepared to keep you going and and deal with the rest of the class, so she just kind of didn't care.
Right. But so I switched schools a few different times while in grade school. Whilst switching schools, the coursework that I was working on in each different school, it was always the same. But eventually, I will say, this is what was really good about Sullivan. They offered regular classes for students working at the appropriate grade level, and then they offered advanced classes.
Right. And that's the way good schools work.
And then like students that had more problems had to go to and in grade school they called it remediation.
Right.
So, but yeah, so once I got to Sullivan, like, and I was thrown in those advanced classes, things did improve. However, I still did do a lot of reading and almost always had books on me because
Yeah, but your reading material question.
that's how I learned how to focus my
Yeah,
while in class.
questionable reading material. Uh, oh yeah, that was my gig in when I went to high school. It was all about art and literature.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big interest that I had, and the classes I took were art classes and literature classes.
See, okay, so
Oh, you'll like, yes, folks. I was taking physics. Was getting a B in physics. It was a pain in the ass. It was too much homework. I wanted an easy A. So I dropped physics. I took personal typing, which I promptly and most definitely failed.
they made us take a typing class when I was in middle school.
So, and this was when typing was actually on typewriters.
They made us take a typing class when I was in middle school, and it was on the computers, and they gave us these orange
I
things.
thought that was keyboarding.
I don't know. I think it was just called typing.
Well,
I'm not
So-
entirely certain, but I think it was called typing. But they gave us an orange thing to put over the keyboard so we wouldn't know what letters
Right.
were under there. But
well, you would think they would just remove the letters from a typing class keyboard.
they did. They
No,
did.
Not
The
in our high
orange thing.
school.
Oh, you didn't get the letter removal?
No. And yeah, I was taking. This was when I was a junior.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had to. It made me ineligible because of that damn typing class.
Oh.
So, but yeah. Anyway,
My problem in typing class
we're gonna change to a D minus.
was even though they put the orange, she made us put the orange things over our keyboards.
Yes.
I had to think of the thing.
You had a thing with the thing.
I had the
Was it that thing?
The problem was
The
I
other
had
thing.
the keyboard memorized, like the way
Good.
the way that the class went. You did home row at the top, blah 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 blah. Is how it did. It's how they did it. But it was done in such a way that I memorized like where all the keys were on the keyboard.
It's been like 41 or so years since I had that class. So no, I don't remember a whole lot.
It's been like
I don't remember
10
a whole lot
years.
from yesterday. So
yeah. Fair.
fair. Yeah. And as far as my medical history, I have no family medical history. So I don't know. I don't know any of this stuff.
Fair. Also fair. Well, what doesn't help my case is I know a little bit of my family medical history, but not all of it.
Why don't you know all of it?
Because
Yes.
I don't know if it's dad himself or if it's something that was indoctrinated in him by his parents, but the majority of mental health disorders dad does not believe in.
Right.
So like I know he's admitted that he has PTSD from being overseas.
Right.
But that's the only thing that he's admitted to.
Right. It's the only mental disorder that exists.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like other than that, I'm just kind of like okay.
Well, again, different time when he was brought up, and a lot of at that time, a lot of people thought some of this stuff was bullshit. That it didn't really exist. People are lying about it. It's just all conjecture, and he just needs to get educated, informed.
Once again, though, that goes back to our discussion on environment, where you grew up, because you are a little bit older than my other dad.
Yes.
But your parents had you tested.
Yes.
I don't think my other dad's parents had him tested.
Well, you have to understand, at that time when I was adopted, Mom was a speech and hearing therapist, and Dad was a teacher. He also just recently got out of the Air Force as a captain, a pilot. So they were a really up to date, progressive parents as far as that. And this was brand new studies in the early '60s.
Right.
So these were breaking, breaking studies, and it was all done through the Arnett Clinic.
Right. Well, and I think
they raised me according to the Dr. Spock book, and it's not the it's not the Vulcan Dr. Spock.
I think that's what I'm getting at. Is I think
May the force be with you.
Because your parents were more on the progressive side, they were more open-minded about certain situations regarding their children.
Oh yeah.
As to where my other dad's parents were closed-minded, so they were not gonna do any of the progressive hoo-ha that was coming out.
Right.
Environment.
Are you going to continue talking?
I mean, I think we're about done.
Oh no! If you were going to continue talking, I was going to reload my pipe.
Oh my gosh! Well, environment, psychology, where you're raised, how you turn out, what's wrong with you. It's all there's correlations everywhere.
Nature versus nurture. Age old discussion.
When I went over nature versus nurture, it was different than what I thought it was.
Was it?
Yeah. Because so when you break it down to definition, what nature versus nurture is.
What is
the nurture side of that argument is how you are raised, and the nature side of that argument is
in the environment which you are raised.
Is genetics and the environment and natural instincts.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the environment part is more on the nurture side. It's kind of on both sides, but it's more.
You take, the ideal experiment is you take identical twins, and you set them in two different situations and see how they perform. So, but yes, I mean, they love doing studies on that stuff.
And a couple chapters ago in psychology, we talked about, I forget what they're referred to as, but the case study where they took, one twin, and then the other, they were twin boys, and then the other twin, during his circumcision, the doctor just mutilated his genitals.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that is one of the most. I think we actually went over that one in nature versus nurture because of the biological factors that came into play
later on when they became,
when they started going through puberty and stuff.
I've read that study. Yeah, that was very, very interesting.
Charles McWhorter has arrived.
Hey, Charles. Namaste, my friend. Namaste.
And Doyle also wanted to throw out there that he got a D- in summer school typing.
Right on, Doyle.
And not a fail, since he didn't miss any of his classes. Yeah. My Chichi went off the track again. I was talking about the twins.
No, I was going to go back to something previous.
Oh.
But yeah,
Nature, nurture, psychology, environment, communication.
Yeah, communication is key. So don't forget to catch us on Master Rochi Mondays on the Grow Fam channel and on our YouTube channel. please stop by our YouTube channel, give us a like and a share, and support everybody in the community. You are what makes us. Thank you for giving me your time to hang out tonight. Caitlin appreciates it, I know also. You make it all worthwhile.
Yes, thank you for lending an ear to my psychotic ramblings.
We love your psychotic ramblings sometimes. So, would you like to say good evening, good night, Caitlin?
Good morrow, my fair peoples.
Please check out masterrochesgarden.com, masterrochesgarden.com for all of our fine wares. And as always, peace, love, and good vibes. Good night, all.